Hello, everyone. It's Carmela here. Time for our 6:30 session together and our weekly session. Today, we're going to be talking about I was created for this. I was created for this. Listen, it is so amazing what happens when we change our mindset. It's just crazy. It's another thing too, when you realize who you are and what you bring to the table, everything changes. We all deal with fear. We all deal with being overwhelmed. We all deal with emotional things. But when we realize exactly who we are, what we have to offer, and what we bring to the table, everything changes. I mean, everything changes. The way you do business changes. The way you respond changes. It just all changes. So y'all make sure when y'all jump on here, y'all say hello. I'm so glad you could be with me on this Thursday night. On this nice Thursday night. I'm trying to find it as well. And then we're going to keep moving. I got 2 pages of notes here. So if it goes longer than 30 minutes, then we'll just do a part 2 tomorrow, because I've learned to keep it all within a certain amount of time. So hello, everybody. I know that you're busy. I know that you are entrepreneurs. Many of you are also there we go. Now I can see it. You're entrepreneurs, and many of you also work outside of your home. Hey there. Hey. Make sure, Daryl, you got to invite Marquise to the group so he can catch the video. All right. Now I can see the comments, and we ready to move. So the first thing I want to do is say congratulations to our winners. We had a contest a couple of weeks ago. To help and get some more entrepreneurs in the group. And we added 54 new entrepreneurs to the group. So congratulations. Welcome. I'm saying congratulations. I should be saying welcome, everybody. Welcome to our new business owners. We try to make this platform a wealth of information for you. If you would go to the top page, at the top of the group page, whenever we're not live, go to the top of the group page. You will see a button that says topics. If you click topics and you hit live video trainings, you will see all the videos that I've been doing in this group now for well over a year. And they'll be all in one place, and you won't have to scroll to find the training videos. Try to make it easy for you to have those training videos in one place. Well, our grand prize winner for inviting the most people that accepted the invite was Miss Kimberly Everson. Kimberly wins a 1-hour business strategy with me. I'm looking forward to that 1 hour, Kimberly. Second place is Shanda, Shanda Moore, Jackie Owens, and Tiffany Fran. The 3 of you will all get a 30-minute session. Let's do a business strategy session. And you may think 30 minutes, that's not enough time, honey. All these trainings that I've done are 30 minutes. You can do a lot in 30 minutes when your time is structured. See, when we do our business coaching calls and when we do our power hours, our strategy sessions, we're not on there playing and talking about how your children doing and how your mama them. We're on there talking about your business. And I'm gifted. I'm anointed in the area of administration. So one of the things, hey everybody, so one of the things that typically happens for people that I work with, they usually have a really big idea. And the idea, they know it may take a while to bring it all together. But where I'm skilled and where I get to partner with you is that I can show you how to break that down into phases and bite-sized pieces. I can help you make sure you got the right team in place, make sure you've thought of some different things. It just flows out of me, and it's been a long time before I could realize what it was and be able to effectively talk about it. So you may have a business idea and not know how to implement it. We can talk about it. You may already be working your business, but you're struggling with your pricing. I can share with you some formulas that I use when it comes to my pricing. When I give pricing to corporate, I don't give them 4 and 5 invoices. They don't have to pay me and pay for travel and pay for my hotel. No, they pay me and it's all included. I use a formula That also includes my taxes to the IRS, my travel, everything. And so just that gift of administration. And so I like to help other entrepreneurs be able to put those type of systems in place for your business, because there's nothing more frustrating than to be real busy and be broke. Yeah. I want you to be effective. One of the things that I've learned in business is when you get your pricing right, you may do less work, but you'll make more money, because now you're connecting with your right audience. All right, so let's get into this on tonight, because I'll get all off track talking about that money, because leaving money on the table, that's just one of the things that I just see that small business owners, we do it so much. We're always leaving money on the table, and it's not that we're doing it on purpose. One, we do it out of fear. Two, and it's because we just don't know. And that was me. I didn't know. I didn't have anybody to help me or to say, Carmela, that's a good idea, but you're not charging enough. Carmela, you going out there for 6 weeks and you only gonna make what? All that work I done, it should have been equivalent to 2 years of salary. I'm running back and forth to these people's job. I put together books. I put together custom workbooks. I went out there. Some days I was there 6 hours a day. I was taking 50 of their highest level leaders through trainings and was not charging equivalent to what somebody's annual salary would be. But it was because it was the beginning and I didn't know better. But that's why I focus in the area of business, because it's so passionate to me. I've been there where you working in this area that you absolutely love, but you still can't seem to take it to the next level. And that's where I get to come in and help to show you some strategies on how to prepare for the next level in your business. All right, so today's is about I was created for this. So congratulations, Kimberly, Shanda, Jacqueline, and Tiffany. I will send you all a link to schedule your time on my calendar. Let's get it all scheduled. And I'm looking forward to working with you all. I was created for this. I was created for this. That came because it's a mantra that I have to say to myself. Now, when you're nervous, your heart rate speeds up. Sometimes your hands get sweaty. You just get, you feeling just anxiousness on the inside of you. But also when you're excited, you have the exact same emotions. Your heart rate speeds up, your hands may sweat, and you may feel this anxiousness inside of you. And sometimes we can't tell the difference from nervousness and excitement. And so for me, I was nervous. I was excited and I was nervous. And I was nervous because the group of people that I normally work with was changing. I was comfortable working with women because I had the stories. I knew how to connect with the women. But when my audience began to change to more men in business and more men executives, I struggled because in my mind, I couldn't see how I could effectively connect with them. I knew I could teach the content, but I didn't know how to tell the stories that would make us connect, because as you can tell, I'm a storyteller. And so I remember being in the mountains just 15 minutes before we were to teach this, retreat. And I walked in, as the people were filling up the room, Troy and I were in there, and it was so many men in the room. And I began to have this, my heart was racing. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking. I just could not seem to pull myself together. And I knew why I was so nervous. I knew instantly. It was because all these men were in this group. And there was this little voice inside of me that would say, Carmela, you are not qualified to teach engineers. Carmela, you are not qualified to teach whoever it was, these things. This that little nagging voice. And it's a voice, sometimes you have it. It says those things to you that you are afraid that you can't do. And so I told my husband, I said, I just need to go just give me a second. I need to step out for a minute. Let me go to the ladies' room. Let me get myself together. And I went in that ladies' room and I stood in that mirror and I looked at myself and said, I am created for this. I am created for this. And anytime you begin to feel fear, and anytime you begin to feel anxiousness, anytime you begin to feel that you are not enough, you got to look in the mirror, turn your phone camera on if you have to, and say, I am created for this. Drop that in the comments. I am created for this, because you are. And if you don't feel like it, you got to say it enough until you do feel like it. Say it enough until you do feel like it. Think about this. Let's get into our topics for tonight. We all have a group, and this is where I need to put my glasses on. We all have that group that we're comfortable serving. What happens when other people want what it is that you have outside of what you would call your ideal client? Because your ideal client at the beginning of your business may broaden as your business begins to grow. How are you going to make the adjustment? Second thing, we all have an amount of business that fits comfortably into our day. We all have an amount of business that fits comfortably into our day. What do I mean? You go to work, you got your children, you got your family, you got homework you have to do, or you got your grandkids, or you have your regular routine, and you do just enough business where it does not disrupt your day. But I come to tell you from this message, I was created for this, that there is another level that's required of you. There's another level of sales. There's another level of growth. There's another level of accountability in your business that's going to disrupt your day. It's going to disrupt your day, because if you want to be successful, and we're going to talk about what that looks like and who defines that. But if you really want to be successful in business, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Success does not happen in your comfort zone. Growth does not happen in your comfort zone. What happens when your shipping increases? You used to do enough shipping. Let me say this. You used to do enough shipping where you can just ship one day a week. What happens when what you used to do all month now happens in 5 days? It happens in 1 week. You have to be able to make the adjustments. You stand before your camera or before your people and you making your sales, and right now things are going smooth. You can handle it. But what happens when the overflow comes in? I've seen people complain about what they prayed about. Lord, I just need my business to go to the next level. Lord, I need some new clients. And they were able to get those new clients in. And when I call them to check on them and say, how is business going? I don't know. I'm just overwhelmed. Man, I'm having to work late. And these people keep calling me. They know I don't get to work till 8 to 9 o'clock, and they showing up at 8 o'clock. Are you willing to make the adjustments for the success that you prayed for? I was created for this. You got to go beyond the fear. You got to go beyond being comfortable. You got to go beyond comfortably pricing. That's a whole nother topic, because we have a price. If you set your own prices, we have a price that we're comfortable saying. Then we have the price, the one that we're worth, that make us feel a little funny inside when we say that number out loud. You don't want to even tell the client what that number is. You just want to tell them that in the email. Your price, the first time your customers see that price, it should not be on the invoice. You got to be able to effectively communicate the value that you bring. Be able to effectively communicate how your product solves a problem. It provides a solution for them, and this is the price. When they get my invoice, it is just confirmation of what we've already talked about. And then go after what it is you want. Somebody drop in the comments, I will go after it. Then I'm going to tell you what that means. I will go after it. The reason I said go after it is because a lot of times we think that we made a post And we made a post once a day at 10 a.m. 5 people bought the product. Well, that must mean only 5 people wanted it. No, 20 people, probably only 20 people saw it. Go after it means that you are going to post about your business 3 to 5 times a day. You don't care if somebody gets tired of your business. Quit making excuses for your business. Stop starting your posts with, I know y'all get tired of seeing my business, but here, cut that out. If they don't want to see what it is that you have to offer, they can go somewhere else. If you come to my page, you're going to hear about my family, you're going to hear about my ministry, and you're going to hear about my business. If you don't like any of the 3, then they can excuse themselves. I'm not going to make excuses about what's my priorities. You are an entrepreneur. I should be able to go to your page, and within the first 10 posts, I should know that you are a business owner. I should know what it is, what your priorities are, and what it is that you stand for. Some of our pages look like spam. Stop sharing all that mess on your pages so that when people come to you and when new clients are trying to check you out, because believe me, they're checking you out. They're checking you out before they call you. They're Googling your name. They're looking you up on Instagram and Facebook. They're seeing what you're talking about. They're seeing if you really are the type of person that they want to do business with. Stop making excuses for who you are and go after it. Go after it. That means if you have inbox conversations, if you know somebody that needs your product or service, that you are okay with reaching out to them. I would see people that say, hey, I need a part-time job. I see a single mama that's working 40 hours a week, post on social media. Do y'all know somebody hiring part-time? I'm a mama. We have a blended family with 7 kids, 5 grandkids. I already know the last thing she needs is to be out of her house an additional 20 hours a week. You already gone 40. So when I was trying to build my team, what would I do? I would message her and I would say, sis, you asked for a job, but I would like to offer you an opportunity where you can bring in part-time income equivalent to a minimum wage job, but it will not take you away from your children. If you're interested, let me know. You got to go after it. Many times, because of our fear of rejection, we won't even say nothing. They might say no. Well, they might say yes. I was created for this. When you were created for something, you see your business, you see your solution in everyday conversations. It becomes a part of who you are. It's a part of your lifestyle. You have a unique set of skills. And this is your first assignment. I want you to write out all your skills, all your education, your degrees, your certificates, your refresher course, your business costs, your licensure fees. I want you to write all of those things down, and I want you to write to the right of each one how much it costs you. How much it cost me to be certified through the John Maxwell team. What it cost me goes beyond that registration fee, because I also had to pay to get there. I had to pay for 3 days of being there. I had to pay for mentorship. I had to pay to renew. I went 5 times in a row because I needed to be around other people who didn't look like me, who didn't think like me, but they were successful in business. I wanted something, but I didn't know exactly what it looked like in its finished state. And so I had to get around other people that in my flesh, I felt like I was not qualified to be in the room with them. Every day I had to say I was created for this. One of the things, if you have a business, you don't have to run your business, under some alias. Because I was created for this. You know my saying. I am who I am no matter where I am. If you don't want to do business with me, I'm not going to put my husband up front so that you can feel comfortable with doing business with him because you don't want to do business with me. We won. If you don't want to do business with me, you don't want to do business with him. Let us refer you to somebody else. Because all money ain't good money. I understand that I was created for this and that my customers understand the value that I bring and my customers will pay my prices. I'm saying this in first person, but I want you to be able to say it too. I want you to be able to say that your customers can pay your prices and that your customers understand the value that you bring to the table. How do they understand? Because you have communicated it, and you've communicated it frequently. You've communicated it effectively. Here we go. Listen at this. 90% of our happiness or unhappiness or our dissatisfaction in business can be changed by simply changing some habits. Because number one, use your mind. Number one, use your mind. Your thoughts matter. Somebody drop number one in for me. Number one, use your mind. Use your mind. M-I-N-D. Your thoughts matter. Stop being negative. Number one is use your mind. I want to remind you, your thoughts matter. And I want to challenge you, if this is you, to stop being negative. If you want to change how your business grows, number one is stop being negative. If you only see where you fall short, you see yourself in a negative light, you have to retrain your mind. Take those negative thoughts in captivity and replace them. Use positive affirmations if you have to. Say what it is that you want to happen in your business. When you get up every day, I know I did the training, where the money reside. I'm going where the money reside. I'm gonna find one client today, that value my services, and they want to talk about how I can help them. I'm gonna make $100 today. I'm selling 20 components of my product today. When you get up out the bed, go ahead and declare what it is that you're going to do. Now, at the end of the day, if you only sold 10, you celebrate the 10. You don't worry about the 10 you didn't sell. You celebrate the fact that you got up and did something. Number one, use your mind. And I'm going to give you one more example of that. If 10 people bought your product or was in your program, and 9 of them were extremely satisfied and would refer you to somebody else, and 1 person complained, which one are you going to focus on? We have to train ourselves not to focus on the 1 person that complained. I've worked with people who wanted to change their entire company model because 1 person complained. Or 1 person asked for something that you didn't feel like they asked for something that was not in your wheelhouse. You don't have to go out and spend $10,000 for another certification. Refer them to somebody else for that. You focus on what God has called you to do. I was created for this moment. That's the reason why I wanted you to do that assignment where you write out all your certifications, where you write out your career, where you write out, so if you're an educator, you got 4 years of school, some of you got 6 years of school, some of you got 8 to 10 years of school, and then you've been teaching for 20 and 30 years. All of that is valuable. All of that is valuable. You added on some additional certifications. You got your business license. You've done all of that stuff, has a number attached to it. Now you're running your own tutoring program and you struggling with charging $20 an hour. You've invested, you're probably still paying student loans. You've invested $100,000 in who you are so that you can be an expert in this area, and you struggling with the finances. Now, I get it if you are serving families that can't afford it. Then only thing we need to do is make a tweak. You should be running a nonprofit so that you can get grants and that you can get income coming in. You just need to set up the structure of your business a little differently. You still don't quit. Number 2, this is a quick one. Heal your heart. Drop that in the comments. Number 2, heal your heart. Heal your heart. This one is an easy one. A lot of us see our people through the lens of what we've been through. As an entrepreneur, you got to heal your heart. You cannot run your business in your feelings. You can't run your business in your feelings. Your customers are going to say things to get on your nerves. Somebody going to be disrespectful. But you can't just go off on them. Now you done took what they told you in your inbox and you done screenshot it and you done posted on your page. You done went live about it. Don't you know that says more about your character and who you are than it does about the other person? Now, I learned this the hard way. I never did that, but I wanted to. I did. I wanted to. You got to heal your heart. Don't run your business in your feelings. Because what'll happen is one negative person or one bad experience, and then you've magnified it. Now, people always remember that. It's hard to come back from that kind of stuff. Heal your heart. Spend time in love and appreciation. That'll shift your day. Find something good that you do every day. Find a way to help somebody else. If you don't have some other source that you're pouring into, then you need to find one. You need to find you a mentoring program, a boys and girls club, create your own, some type of organization, something that some way where you can give to others, and it's a group of people that can never pay you back. It changes things when you see somebody in a hard place. I'm doing vision board parties for the domestic violence shelters. I can't talk about it. I can't post no pictures about it. I don't do that I'm not doing that for outside recognition. I do that because I need to have a place to give. I like having a place to serve. I remember where I come from, so it allows me to keep my life in perspective. Find somebody that you can help. Number 2 was heal your heart. And here's the third one. We're almost done. Number 3, have or develop, let's say it this way, develop an infinite mindset. I could have did the whole training on number 3. I'm going to go through this as fast as I can. Develop an infinite mindset. Number 3, develop an infinite mindset. Drop that in the comments for me. Let me see if I can break this down real quick. Infinite means limitless. Infinite means it's impossible to measure. I want you to develop the type of mindset when it comes to your business where it is impossible to measure. Let me give you an example to help make this plain what I'm trying to say. If you say, I want to earn $100,000 in my business and I'm going to give myself 1 year to do it. What do you do if you hit 30,000 in year 1, you didn't hit 100,000? Do you quit? Finite means that there is an end and deadline. Finite thinking in business says, if I don't hit $100,000 in my business in 12 months, then I'm closing the doors. But can I ask you a question? What if it took you 3 years to hit it? What if it took you 5 years to hit it? Are you going to go from where you are in your business to over 6 figures in 3 years? You going to get enough raises to get you to where you want to be? No. So the infinite thought process in business says that I am not putting a deadline on my success. Oh, that's good. That was worth you being with me for 30 minutes. Finite thinking. Let me give you one more example. Finite thinking has fixed rules with known players, and the only goal is to win the game. You hear me? Finite thinking has fixed rules with known players, and the only goal is to win the game. Think of baseball. Think of basketball. But infinite thinking, or an infinite game, has no fixed rules. The players can change, and the goal is to stay in the game as long as possible. Put that in the comments for me. As long as possible. You ain't got to type it out. Just say as long as possible. That's the part I want you to get. As long as possible. I need my business to be successful. As long as possible. I need to get new clients in here, and they need them to be repeat customers. As long as possible. Think of it when it comes to your marriage, to your friendship. You're not trying to win in marriage. There's no winner in marriage. You're not trying to win in friendship. I'm the winningest friend. No, you're not trying to win in business. You want to stay in your marriage as long as possible. You want to have a lifetime friends. You want that business to have the same thing as long as possible. Ooh, I got through that pretty quick. How do you do that? You do that. That's it, Daryl. You create the legacy. Generational wealth says that this business will keep going as long as possible. We don't stop because we didn't hit a number. We celebrate the number we did hit. We tweak whatever we need to tweak. We're able to change with the times. Just lead me right into my last point. We're able to change with the times. We're not afraid of change. Infinite thinking allows you to be creative. It allows you to make adjustments when possible. Think of this. You got to be willing to adapt. Think about this. The car industry did not invent Tesla. The publishing industry did not invent Amazon. The movie industry did not invent Netflix. Because they were so busy trying to protect the institution that they had built and wanted it to keep going the way it was going. They were still having that little red box, still having the little blockbuster rooms, still was trying to build them. And more of us was getting Netflix subscriptions. They were not interested in subscriptions because they wanted to do things the way they had always done them. That is finite thinking at its best. You will allow your business to close instead of trying something new. Finite thinking only wants to protect what you have. When you can look yourself in the mirror and says, I was created for this. Even if it's a hard moment, even if it's a hard decision, even when you have to get very uncomfortable. I'm not telling you to go against your values or none of that stuff. I'm saying growth is uncomfortable. Being stretched is uncomfortable. When somebody requires more of you, it's uncomfortable. You know how uncomfortable I got when I got my first $5,000 check and I went to the bank and they said, we can't cash this. You don't have no account in this name. I didn't even have my business account. I had all my paperwork, but I hadn't even opened the business account. So I had money I couldn't even use. What I'm going to do? Go back to the company and say, can you write that in my name, please? Not my business name. No, I opened the account. And then when you open the business account and you put those big checks in there, guess what happens? You don't have access to your money. They hold it for 7 days. Baby, this is why I like being a business coach. All these things I learned the hard way. I'm thankful for small town living because, you know, people pull you to the side like, baby, you need to come on in here and open an account. Ain't nobody going to cash this check. Infinite thinking encourages creativity and it does not put a deadline on your success. I said everything I said tonight to get to that last closing statement. I want you to have infinite thinking when it comes to your business because it encourages creativity and it does not put a deadline on your success. You are more likely to try something new. Take healthy business risks. If you don't take healthy business risks, your business will close. And somebody else, some small business owner that ain't even in the car industry, comes up and invents the Tesla. And now the car industry competing with somebody. Wait, where they come from? Because a lot of times people will try to work with the organization, but the organization is in finite thinking. So what do? They go create their own. Now I say that's God that shut that door so they could go do what they need to do. But you don't let that be said about your business, that you had a great business idea. But because of fear or because of finite thinking or playing safe, you missed the opportunity. And you missed the fact that all the years of training, the experience that you have, everything that you've done up to this point has created you for the moment that you're in right now. Infinite thinking encourages creativity. And it does not put a deadline on your success. I would love to have a power hour call with you. If you have a business and you're like, I need to take this thing to the next level. I don't even know what my next step should be. The power hour is what you should pay for. If you go to CarmelaWilliams.com/calendar, you will see all my events there. As a matter of fact, let me just type it in the comments for you so you don't have to try to figure it out. And you will see on the calendar page, you will see the link to pay for the power hour. That is $297. And you will also see a link if you run your business with your spouse. You will see a link for a workshop that we are doing on April 10th. That workshop is only $49. Both spouses are not required to be there. You probably want both to be there, but it's not required because there will be a breakout session where the men will go with Troy, the women will come with me. We're going to come back together. We're going to be working on your money wheel. And we talk about where the money resides. You're thinking, what is a money wheel? Well, if you don't know what a money wheel is, that means you don't have one. The money wheel is where we're looking into your multiple streams of income. Even if you have one business, you have multiple ways that you bring in income within that business. And we need to outline that, because from that comes your product pricing guide, so that you can have your pricing and things like that in place. And then we're also going to, it's two things we're focusing on in that workshop. That's why the workshop is only $49. So if you're a husband and wife team, you may not be married yet, but you're a couple in business, you definitely want to get in that workshop. It's April 10th. I'm capping it at 25 people so that we can make sure that we can give you what you need. We always give more than enough. The second thing we're going to do is create your productivity guide to maximize your time. The productivity guide, one of the things that Troy and I struggled with in our other organization was outlining what he was responsible for and what I was responsible for. The lines were blurred. And when the lines were blurred, we were both frustrated, because I didn't know if I was overstepping my bounds. I didn't know what I need to do. The way my mind worked is I need a blueprint. I need to know what I'm responsible for. It took us a while to figure that out. And so we wasted a lot of time, because we did not have that productivity guide in place that clearly outlined his responsibilities and my responsibilities. So that virtual workshop is April the 10th. It's $49. Excuse me. If you don't need that workshop, but you want to just get to the nitty gritty with your business, it's $297. It's a 1 hour business power hour. We'll identify 2 blind spots and at least 1 income producing idea. But if you look at any of my reviews, we go way beyond that. It's your hour. And so whatever you need help with in that hour, I'm not gonna say, oh no, we've hit your quota and so the time is up. No. When during that hour, we dive deep into your business and help you put together the things that you need to put together to be successful. So listen, I hope to connect with you all soon in business. And if you have some topics that you want me to hit on, I don't mind hitting on them. That's what this group is for. So you just inbox me or drop it in the comments. What's your topic? You can say future topic, and I know that's what it is. And we'll look into it, because we want to make sure that we're giving you the tools that you need to be successful in your business. Y'all have a great day, and I'll be back again next week for our weekly training.